muso say shocks na ba ne say one day to one factory e buy mo ana mo mu be som na 24-hour economy aba ya na mo dandan ne say mo fa ne say nkenye ba edin ba ako ana say ya na nsesemu mo amuhu ne say dem mi sa ne say
em say aya na hadwen if you say oman na ayebu no ye nyina ye dia na wo hwe one district one factory aka ho asem na wo hwe 24-hour economy a aka ho asem ya em say ni omo pese omo ye no bi o abehwe na ni nyina ye the same. The idea behind one district one factory is you just set up factories ebia wo district ayewo na enyoma ebia na ye import no yetimi a produce bi a no produce bebre a na ye de bi nso ko amano ne akoton send ye be ya can say import dependent ye manufacture nyoma bebre ha ye import bibia eno nso ye high seed no so over 24-hour economy na one of the pillars no make 24 no so the same thing say you be add value to our raw materials enti senka ye no nanka ye ade a etoa so a if say enka ebeboa en say wo hwe oman here I say when it comes to a lot of you run the economy no with manifesto enti MPP beba na the manifesto or the din bia to be so na wa hyase NDC ba ebi wa the same thing kra na opeso ye na no se say din na opese se be obo MPP diegu we so ba na no so aba be the same thing if you pese run economy sa dia binye sure say eyade a ebeboa ye na o hwe oman a omakom anim bebre na omu nyina ya no mu wo long term development plan plan ne de da ho enti say we ye party bi na wo ba wo manifesto no will feed into the long term development plan. It inka one district one factory yanka MPP for the buy our long term development plan na oma start bi em say ebinu ho no mo a omo ye adwuma how bi nso eba ebinu mo a ade mu it inka say be omo anka omo ye adwuma no bi nso produce less than 40 or 50 capacity with the support no come bitimi produce 100% capacity enka send on person 24-hour economy no nka ebi be ya anopamu na bia ye wia na bia ye nwumre nanka omo so omato aso but o ka se be o bebo ni nyina gusa e say eno so ebe ha adwen if so o hwe one district one factory na omo aye nka ebinum Exim Bank for ma omusika ebinum so per the policy no omo kwaji sika na bia say interest rate ni emfa say 30% aban say metua ebia 10% of the interest rate no now so wetua the account ni nyina ye sika na ye di shame enti say kasi ye bogu a bebre na ntimi entua omo facility omo akwaje wan hwe ni ya na omo akwakogu yakoyi nkrofo enti me dey me say there should be some form of continuity in some of these policies.
Mr. Abajo obi nso be say mo industry players mo wo mem ha se bibi balance san bi ba mo no man man hwese na even ku no kra na say nyumayefo sa workforce no hwese mo be kasa se bia be bia du dia na say be bia mo de ade ku die ejiri se mo ni adwen kire kakra na yenya direction ba ko bi ba say be ba na eno an say amanyofo no de aba ye nhye da ntemu nka bia na nsesan na ba e ba nso a eni na because eni aban eyemfie na mfie na se koto abana ene yekoba se NDC ni obi ma de obeba nso de bi from
na na wabatu agu
na ya mo nkasem kakra
ya kasem openi em se ebi wo ho no mo a omankasa omo approach yen se den na mo kafa ade we ya ye ho ni ya kire ya adwen ebi ho nso a ebi a won tehwe na omo de aba eno no ye ni omo still edin sawoso ewo ho ansa na ebi a SCP but enoma bebre na sometimes policy no and where be a free ban na na tumi na no edin enti bi odma be kasa kra no nya wo
tie no muntie mu na say tumi na musuro
tumi ni de nya de ayisuro because wo hwe business association
mo kasa de yentie mu
ye bi o ye kasa ba muntie ibi o nso ye kasa o mo fa enti na mi say o mo hwe na bi a ma o mu win election nya bibia na ye be kan politician there the focus at the end of the day no be win election
no question bi bisa na ma me kwa homa so na me ni owura Chonam Akpelo enim komo kakra onu ye AGI na ye hwese the abe industries no adwuma de mo ana mo de man sen no musie so Mr. Chonam me mo adwoba YouTube so anwumre.
Good evening to your cherished listeners.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Good evening.
Okay. There have been announcements from the Trade Ministry that they are shifting from the one district, one factory to a 24-hour economy. As chairman for Greater Accra AGI, are you aware of what is coming and how do you embrace it?
Yes, so thank you and good evening once again to your cherished listeners. Yes, we have received the news about the government's determination to cancel the 1D1F program implemented by the previous government, and also their desire to stick to the 24-hour economy. So for us in industry, this is certainly a mixed bag. We've received the news with mixed feelings because number one, the 1D1F program was a great initiative. Actually, it was really great initiative. In fact, if it was implemented the way it was designed, you are going to have a situation where you minimize the movement of young people to the city centers to look for jobs. Because if you create factories in the different districts, then there's no need to come to Accra or Kumasi or Takoradi to look for jobs. And so it has a lot of benefits, and it was going to be able to create a lot of factories. But while the policy was great, the implementation components of the 1D1F had a lot of challenges. Okay, so several of our companies were promised some subsidies and tax holidays and some financial incentive, but they didn't get. And so the program did not turn out as it was originally planned on paper. So that's really about the 1D1F. For the 24-hour economy, we're still unpacking it, really.
Mr. Chonam,
yes.
You were talking about some being promised. I'm sure some had the incentive from the 1D1F Secretariat. So now there's been change from 1D1F to 24-hour economy. For those people, how are they going to work with this?
Yes. So what I'm saying is that the minister did not provide details about the continuity of.
He said it's been scrapped. That's what he said. She said in Parliament, at the floor of Parliament.
Sorry, say it again. She said what?
It's been scrapped.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That they have to provide details. So what it means is that the factories that are still enjoying benefits under the 1D1F must have to ask the right questions about what happens to them. But what it means is that it is probable that the 24-hour economy would have incentives for them. But you see, as it is now, we are still trying to unpack the 24-hour economy program. And so we're yet to have a full grasp of everything there is to offer under the 24-hour economy. But for the 1D1F, I mean, we know everything there is to know about it. And we're saying that because of how it panned out, a lot of the companies actually did not see the day of light. But suffice to say, though, that some of the companies do receive great benefits under the 1D1F. And so really, all of us wait to see how the transitions happen, because we need to know that even though it's been scrapped, does it mean that there's provision within the 24-hour economy that will allow these companies to still receive benefits? Or is it the situation that these companies must necessarily come under the 24-hour economy initiative in order to benefit? So these are some of the questions that I'm sure when we meet the minister, we'll try to really understand.
And can you share with us some of your members who had the 1D1F, who had maybe the incentive, who have been affected badly or positively?
Look, I've got thousands of members. And I recall that when we were doing this 1D1F, I personally would make time to go to some of the factories, but I'm unable to mention any name readily. I don't know. I have to check.
Not even mention the names, but maybe the numbers. You said you have thousands. Maybe 500 had it well. Maybe for maybe 500 also had it bad.
I've visited about 6, 7 1D1F companies that are personally visited. It doesn't mean that 6, 7 companies are reflection of 1D1F. I'm just saying those are personally visited to see projects. I mean, we can get to that data. I'm sure we can get to that data. I can ask my members to let us know those who have fully signed up under that program. Yeah, but I mean, it was exciting at the time when 1D1F came. We were excited about it, and we had got most of our members to sign up to be part of that initiative, because it was a great initiative, really. We had wished that the implementation would have been rolled out fully, so everybody else who signed up will fully benefit. But it is what it is. We just pray that the new initiative would cater for the remnants of the 24 the 1D1F, and actually make sure that industry never suffered as a result of the scrapping. You see, because what we are doing is to make sure that we build Ghana, whichever way. Ghana is Ghana. If you are going to buy sanitary pads, there's no NDC sanitary pad or MPP sanitary pad.
Okay.
Sanitary pad is sanitary pad. So we all have to make sure somehow to be committed in ensuring that there's continuity in supporting industry to grow. So we will be committed to pushing the government to give us the things that we need to succeed as an industrial body.
Have you met the Secretariat as of now, the 24-hour economy secretariat? Have you had a meeting with them?
Yeah, we've had several conversations with them on several issues. Yes. I mean, naturally, AGI will engage because they need to hear from us, our needs and so on. So we have done that several times.
Okay, Mr. Chona, we will thank you, and maybe some other time we will invite you to the studio and continue with this conversation. It was a for Ora a year Chonam Akpelo any and Kwakasa a year my forger a dandan almost 24-hour economy ababi one day one factory free ho. Mr. Baji or coming home. The Wajana Mr. Chonam Ekansi Minano Naname just was say a depebi Jessica womb na ne omu baby omofa. The pebi san say what can say a yomuni mushiani ade. Ye koye nimi all the team be aba. We nyuma we de one day one fanda it bia omu bie be hu se mmoa we rum de bebo ntino ye to aso de ba be sha ase ye de foforo ba be ka ho eno no omu bie mu akire mo. Yeah,
Minister of Trade na from our way for no mu provide an update on the 1D1F. Omo nyesika omo ya de omo be here support. They no omo provide this away. And the data is there for the minister or ministry honum. And if they want an access of that data now, me sure some sabeka. As okay no, ye members no mo doso. Ye mo enim say bi omanya bi no. E bi on mo a ye visit them. Some are still struggling. E bi no so on mo they have the capacity to produce, but e bi anoma ba ku mienu bi nti no mu ntimi en produce senia ese. Eti no every say information in there ho. Na say no kan say wo hwe yi a ma further details, but I hope say omo a sebe omo hyase with 1D1F anya de a ye betu omo nyina egu ebi edin na mfanse bi a ye mfre omo program no say 1D1F, but they will transition all those institutions we no companies into the 24-hour economy na me feel say no ebeboa if you say o set a factory a ne o person mo achieve no sometimes you take 2, 3, 4 years kura ansa na factory na start produce na so hwe timelines a wo ho no mo a na o ka say bi a o tuo mu nyina egu na wa sunset a factory fufura anhwe ne kura by 10 years kura no na bi no mu start here na infaso esi yenya oso no na yenya into the low hanging fruit to say 1D1F no omo ya ade no me feel say yen hwe omo na mmoa bi wɔ hɔ nom a we can put them into the 24-hour economy. It's just a change of name.
Mr. Bajo, obi a question we say ebi ya define but obi wɔ hɔ nso a ya me bɛhyɛ mu na say me wura mu no and say na me say ceramics bi wɔ afo hɔ baabi hwɛ adwuma na percentage omu wie ni ade ni amanfo credit da so say saa product na nkasa kora no on tu kwan makuma ase na nkran ko benya bi wɔ ɔmo saa no yɛnwie nti ya scrap we ni yi ɔmo afiri mu ana say ye mom scan bi asoso ana say ye hwe na eno aba beto aso
ina make ka
na abahwe na aye white elephants
bibiri ho sa enti adesrede a ye de ma ministry no ene aban ni say the senior waka say ya at least wa set a factory a all starting no ye ntimi ento ne ntwene because idisika bibiri na aye den ahyem enti no ye be den ya transition omo free 1D 1F no e dey about 24-hour economy no inti ebia 1D 1F na ya scrap no me de ebia edin no na because of politics inti yen pese be friend say ebia 1D 1F eni edi 24-hour economy no ebia ato ne so this one be under make 24 inti sa company no support to be a ese ye de boan because nipa na offer wom no ebia omo nkoye MPP for ana say we party baako offer obi a ceramics na waye na a oton no okwa yen yi mu say ebia o ye party we ana party we inti yen ton ma ukwa nese woto no ye de be ma ina adwuma na oye no nso na nka yen import sa ceramics no ma esidi na ho oden ne nkofom no e ma esidi na ho oden ye den ekosro o ma no ne be den e be boa no enti yen yi politics enfiri ho
ba no ojiri se ye Ghana se kan kwa che ya manyofo yi ne kwa fa so ye nyoma no mo no mo di nkoma se ye nyi ti ja mo na mo wom mo no mo di nkoma e brass ya that same because any we be na politics no so
na ya
obi o ha waduru kwan man ka ye adwuma papa but excuse my language say bia ne party continue o mabiem obi o nso a ya manisika no ne party na ba nso ade no o ye no tum se emwa sa ne ma mienu mo hu ni se
eno na ya ha me ene ha Chamber of Commerce and Industry for so
okay
if you say o mana ye no ye nyina ye dia enye party ba ko dia enti so we betima bibi na ebebo mana e wo se ye support no na advice nso ye de ma ye members no nso ni say aya ma ye mfa ye ho nhye politics mu bebre if you say
Ghana wan fa wan nhye mu so ye nimu
na be ka ebinum atimi aye ni yie ama na ye yie onyi nanim se sebe me wa ha ana ase me wa ha na emom no ofa ne kwan so no waye because ebia obehia aban mu abia ese otimi fa echi na akwa eden ukọ na oni obi kokasa enu de oman bia ewo so na emom se oyi wanim fenchim se ebia me party we a ebia na akọ ha adwen
ese we industry ne so krado be bia mo ka ho bi Chamber of Commerce bo nso bi owo kuo no mu adisa ne wasore gina kra yo ka bi on trisense na ban na babu on so gum ka vibrant pa ma ban ko tise kra men kasa ma adwen po kra men fama
no Chamber of Commerce dey a political
okay
o constitution no ma e wo mu se obi a obe align to a political party be hu no yetimi you frame enti executive
oh
yes
okay
ye let ye constitution ene kra na ye review ko sound you know ye hu se obi a we align to party A wako jina platform so aye campaign ama party A you cannot contest for any of executive position it's clear but obi o mu bia no oye Ghana ni obeto aba nti no oba koto na aba but say obi you hu agina because party bia bi wom nti e ka say the politics na bia say be president na first vice second vice you hu say our party we ya e betimi de mpapa mu aba nti eno kura the Chamber of Commerce Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry there unhu saa we ni so obi gina wo say oye party we
okay
ye ma kwan saa
apamanyoko fo mienu nyina NDC MPP omdare omo addition onisu ade hu na omo ye nyina se bi de adwuma na eba ya scrap we ye de we na eba ye nhwe de eba yi se mo hwemu a mo customer ni na mo hwe nse o makane omo bae ne mo ne mo ye meeting no mai ne ade a adwuma yi hia ma o mai Ghana ma ntiri ni maburu no mo hwe a ebetumi de aba na hefa na ede beba pa na hefa because I want the agri business ababe ka ho say bia ke kuadwuma because kuadwuma na type produce raw materials for industry so mo hwa adwuma creation no at the same
say policy no just like any other policy intention is very good sɛ wokan a nim sɛ ade a ɔmode asi ɔmani so no ɛbɛboa ɔman Ghana. Now the challenge has always been the implementation. You're trying to but a basa ye be implement here. Na nyoma nyina aye basa. Sanka 1D1F no se nyomo tro no. A omka se ombeye no. Ye ni sa enka at least sanka all the districts se ye nwie factory ni kra na ye du baby a obi betimi abeto aso.
Okay.
Basa wo hwa ankɔ ne sa.
Okay.
So kire nti so mo ye ni yi ade a me sure say ebeboa yen.
Afi na hwe UTV a ye twe nkomo afa aban aba amanyuku aba betna Ghana konwa so NDC amanyuku no na kane MPP amanyuku a wetwam nansia me ka se wafi akonwa so no omo de hye ba se mansini ba kon mfiridwuma ba kon na jese ni nyina no ye de pia kose ebe adwuma NDC e de hye aba se 24-hour economy na chese sika 722 no bibia na gina so ese don hwe aduonu nan no bekọ adwuma saa bia da anopa no apono na ebi kọ awia na ebi kọ anajo se na be adwuma bekọ nyina mfiridwuma no chese 24-hour no every ho one this one factory every ho 24-hour na eba so ba jama se me hu ntembiem ye hwe akade a eyo mo ba o mo kan mmisa mo na mo wom ense san be na wo na dada na wo ho san say 24 one this one factory na wo incentives o mo de ma 24 hours so abo incentives so say na tie dada na dini na asesa na
ebi on ma na dini na asesa because
da ne ma den ben na wo msisi
the tax incentive wo kakra enom se on bebo ama ebi a obi hia sika bi o de be hye na adwuma mu a omo be fa so no ma ye den omo aboa ni nyina no
24 hour day na
24 hour so we 24 hour na yes
no 1D1F
no 1D1F approach may be very different because 1D1F no man can say be on be more scan name say okọ bank na kope sika na be interest rate at that time was sure aban ne say obeso wasen ebi ni mo wonu so omo mu ko Exim Bank no aban no support you am ko Exim Bank for interest rate no e form the same thing na Exim Bank for no any DBG Development Bank Ghana and also omo ye so ohwe na say NI before ni AD before na omo boom na is towards NI before be boy industry for na AD before so aboa omo agree enti no instead dance sign bebre but so ohwe 24-hour economy no maka crack ka ho me a me manage sa voter we na omo ye no say ye be use sa voter lake no aggregate na ye transfer their transportation for me it's a very important thing because say ye irrigation na bia wo nyoma so na wa produce enough na dey ba na bia a road nye bia cost of transportation by road in the but now the befa voter lake ni so na dey aba na ni bo of form a me feel say eno so eye eno ade ba ko so say on be pe asase because Ghana asase ho asem eden pa obetimi akoto asase so oba be ye o company ade beti no ni nipa miense gina so say omo oji afri nsem in terms of beto asase na say industrial zone no my enu say one is one factory so na eden na ewum enti no em say nyoma no ebi omu a omo transition eba aha no ma ni nyina no me de meka ye implementation
but an say na mo industry say mo na say gia na o ka say cost of the electricity
yes
I don't know incentives in the same they can found.
I know the Semba kwa a high empire because if you want to manufacture electricity idea here in Ghana the cost of electricity are manufacturing companies for edging you can say 12 cents to 15 cents per kilowatt hour but a person manufacture now we are competitive it should be less than 5 cents per kilowatt hour. Last time I see almost say nyoma improve sub cost no ebeba form
timelines been down
one challenge with 24-hour economy say timelines be an sheda na ho and there are no other key performance indicators obe measure for instance we create job of 1.5 million people afi bia na be create job na be create no which sectors na be free waba ni nyina no is not so clear in the policy but my main can say electricity na sem na e ba ya e dey high if you say from beginning of January to that announce at that one no electricity increase more than 17%.
Okay.
In our water last week about 7%. na wo hwe PRC for report na omo release here na de bia no omo use 3 key indicators. Last one omo use omo add 2 key indicators. But so be introduce to other indicators a main review and not a quarterly review. And no the can ho electricity no board equal 2.4 no. Sanka omo amfa sa we na nka ho a electricity no board e say can reduce by more than 20%. Now water reduce by more than 7%. And PMP na ye say the relief ema Ghana for ema ejuma for no. Ni akwa introduce bibi abema cost of electricity ni cost of water cost. For me it's not right at all.
Maybe cost of production no something that they cost.
Cost of production ben ade omo dey hwe inflation. Inflation say 13.7%. Exchange rate see the now ho dey na cost increase by 40%. Generation mix crude oil in the national market ni bo no from into cost of production then
price and so
producer price above from
okay
into no eden biom no mo account here say so mo timi increase water and electricity
okay yeah one sector traded eba be kan ho but ho so ya na o bo sugete pa agri business
yes
na agri fuyi me am nkrofui ko bank so kwaji bosia kwakoye agrika ya na mo kura de ne ye pu ani ma kura ye de aba be kan agri business yi ebe na agri for to me produce dia masa industry
on my way si ebe koye ni mu a ese ye me ani ku agri value chain no
okay
omo asebe omo dua omo transport and omo add value account agri na nkasa na very risky ye nyina ye ni
omo dua no ne first point
any first point
because why the business and say producer who nyam fanya o business
exactly
me so na say mameloni
eno na make us say
ntia wo mu saying 24-hour economy no agri France subsidy na wo mu saying I bet me aboa na industries na nya agri
oh so na make us back as mienu na o maka say ombe suma omo subsidized facilities loans eno ne bi wa ye de ano na eka ebedu ho na ye say de ma om no ye mfa ma wom
temo so ma na mo so maka mo no atum
ne yenka ya no ntum
okay
yenka ya no de yenka ntum say bia wa follow Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry de bia no ya no dem advocacy one of your key but ye ka say advocacy in fact asem na abeka ne bi wa obenya eho muae animanim ya ebi ho no mo so a ebeche kakra ebi ho no so a ese engage enti de beka ne de se enya muae animanim ya no aya yenya ebi ho so a ese engage ne ka ho asem ansa na aba because we are dealing with what your friends say duty bearers they are policy makers. Sometimes most of the things na ye can conflict with what they want to do because almost hwe bibi omo person mo ye bibi e mo win election but yen dey hwe economy large no enti no mbe hwe ne omo a e be mo win but se wo bua obi na agric no akosoro a who create jobs na o person who create no enti me feel say agric dey e say ye nyina ye ni ko ho
the mo kan sem bi industrial parks ne nsaso mbeje ne ade nsase sei ye di nkomo one yi bi wo hwa am say ye di nkomo ba industry ani ye di but ye keka ne ade nyina se no be ya kase be fence so but e bi akua adwuma no be bi akua no wafuo no wo no untumi fence so nko ye road ni ade so se omo ya ade we ya aya ansem be na
rules in the very bad
but mo discussion mo na to say because the ye keka se nyina be ye adwuma so transport railway roads any airline near digina no e kan de keke hu mo discussions na because kwiani na ye main road depend ani wo hu ukọ district na me na say me come district we no we do as me branch akomafu ma kwan ne nye but district mbe say no kra de wo awasem ni wa me ko fa ade ne ba e ba be boy industry magana nyi e ho no mo come discussion na e ka ho bi
e ka ho pa because onipa ne dua ade no na se eba na wantimi an transport ma obi obeto honom a emfa so obi ani so aduane bebre ekoho honom a asese nti ye one area ye ni omuhia but ohwe ye friend say 24 economy a owomu pa say omo concentrate just on the production of this but be ensure say ye betimi di nyoma na aba ada say factory ho ana say omo be use aduane ni ade betimi di aba nti ohwe a ewom one of the key pillars 8 pillars ne one of them almost state was say omobeye but ni ye no na ya sebe na ha adwen
se paper no so de
paper no so de ede but se obeka se obey road wo nkwanta yi a wo kan ebia na baby e wo kra no afiwi ne ebeye ne ase we no na ankofa ho but se district no ankasa nso ebetimi aboa kakra me feel say enka
ebenya se ebenya saade e ka ebenya ne secretariat of district one 24-hour economy ehun behia se ebenya omo secretariat
the Ministry of Trade ni other agencies
ewo
honum
ewo hodada
se yanhwe ni yi a se omo so nkwa kwaye 24-hour authority one challenge ayenya no aban se o my 300 million aban se ka we dey support no yanhwe ni edi ni nyina ba better office aye authority no juma na yanka se ye beye no yanye there are other agencies a me feel say enkombetimi aye so hwe mida
okay
mida America for ko yi ewo ho no ma se be President Kufuor time no na me wo board omo enclave ti omo so be de yifo be so omo ye omo so omo ye de omo ye bi do batampa care ne sa ne omo nyina no mida for na omo ye hu adwuma adenti na ye mfa nka omo ho se monye ni ebesan ko create a whole authority bi ni ade na nyoma nyina akoye nso o ka se ye mbie offices wo district a bie dom de bie na emom no sika na ebi ese se ye de ye adwuma na nkasa ye de be road ni ade na hwe ni ana
ye na me kasa se Ghana so be hwe ni se ye tinkran ti se na ka authority bibia ye tinkran ebia ade bi cost wa upper west nke hu hia pa ji se ototo monche monkanima bank na ntina me bia say man be ne be fa so e be perform
in fact oko district bia obekọ na bia agric officer ho Ministry of Trade obi ho obi a ho no mo if you empower them na say omo yes adwuma no en say eja omo no
na linkages ne mapapa bo say trade and industry ntino other sister ministry say bia Ministry of Agric abi obetumi aboa no na bibia obi e ko trade but nkokọ agric get the link na ba ntina ma me kasa
ena me ka say ye ministries na ye wo no e so mo ye adwuma bom
okay
say Ministry of Agric so we friends you dey so mo dey agro processing aka ho agro processing no enfa na wonya raw material na free Ministry of Agric for na ye in charge of
the agri business
yes enti ade na oni omo epaka say wonya adwuma mom na ode opese wote ho na ye wonko adwuma enti sa adwuma na ye na obi apese o protecting na yi no me face enya de ebebo the ministries they should work together agric for some mo ye bibia na mo say mo produce raw material Ministry of Trade for agribusiness they should be able to know na mo so input bi o ho na mo ye den omo de aba enti am say sa na wo say ye adwuma ne boom na emfa say we gina ha no mo me so mi gina ha no me so ni akofo authority fufuro thinking say authority no betimi coordinate all these activities it won't work
okay for Mr. Abuaje yedine ebesi ha ebre no ekọ yebedi nkomo efa aban hihye ode aba 24-hour economy a 1D1 efrochese edin na free hono hihye no tie Mr. Abuaje na se dodo na wo ye mpa bo ne se ye be ne aye ni ye nemum nyina ne se mo adwuma ne hye o musa ne Ghana fo tie hu se epese Ghana ye dia ebetumi aye were Mr. Abuaje asesanso na Mr. Chonam Akpelo su yedana se AGI Greater Accra Chairman no so ene kasa medin de animado rekiri nyina ase damnia babna beye nyina no so ase se me ne kasa bo no eba if you are na red light eba ye mo mpa so oba de be ma de pa kyen na despite media ba be so mo so mpa mo ne nyame ntena yakra mo